So guys, we're here live again, well, recorded at Biamo's studio. The team is out doing production, so I just use the GoPro to record this. And we want to talk about all of the things that we can talk about that no one talks about when it comes to purchasing lands in the Gambia. You know, that's a hot topic when it comes to buying lands in Africa. There's a whole lot of misconception that people are preaching out there. And so we want to shed a little light on the facts, the truth of what it means to invest or buy lands in the Gambia. If you don't know who I am, I'm behind the camera. My name is AP.
And I'm Queen Jodi.
Yes.
And I'm Mr. Bojan.
And we are all real estate investors here in the Gambia, and we are at our company, Biamo, as you can see. Yeah.
In the Biamo Connect Studio.
In the Biamo Connect Studio. So, you know, as I said, we're just doing this right now to share this information with you guys. So, tell us some of the things that, you know, we have been doing videos about lands and buying lands in the Gambia over the past months or so now.
That's true.
All right. Over 3 years now we have been doing this, but sharing videos direct with information like this over the past month now or so, right? So I think we left out a lot of things because there's so much to be shared, right?
That's true.
So what are some of the things that no one is talking about that you think people need to know? It's fine. We can come with our water and the place is hot there.
Just remove the labels first, please.
Please remove the labels.
Yeah. So, what are some? We're in the office, guys. You see, we're in the studio. There's Linta. Yeah.
So basically, the first approach that we need to understand when acquiring or in terms of land business, is we have to understand the economic status of the country.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the earning powers of companies is not to that level.
Okay.
So that's why companies normally acquire lands according to law by the government that you have to buy land either in cash or in payment plan.
Okay.
So the first approach when a land is purchased and is vetted and it went through all the stages of the vetting process done by physical planning and then recommendations coming from physical planning. Then agreements are signed by lawyers, contracted by lawyers, signed, and then parties came together, both the supplier and that of the buyer. When they come together and then they sign these documents and then payment processes started. So once those payment processes are either complete by either cash or installment basis, then the company needs to undergo on its own stage of documentation process.
Okay, so before you go any further though, you just mentioned that most companies that are operating. So you would say that there is mostly young real estate companies in the Gambia right now.
Yeah.
Because real estate in terms of land selling is a new thing in the Gambia, right?
Yes. It's been operating for around a decade now.
Yeah.
Estimately.
So before, how did people used to get lands?
Well, it's by word of it's locally done. We all know that lands can be locally acquired. These are local people that own land without going through the official processes.
Yes.
So basically, what I can say on that regard is, if you look at the economic standpoint of companies, because real estate companies are not financed by banks unless it is a leased property that you have.
Right.
Yes.
So in terms of financing, when it comes to setting up small businesses, for people like banks to help or other things, other sectors, it's difficult at that particular stage.
Okay.
So basically,
it would have to be like an established real estate company.
Yeah, it will have to be a well-established real estate company, and then during the course of operation, you have to be financially positioned with the banks doing your transaction before you get those benefits.
Right.
Okay.
But give thanks to Biamo now, we are good. But in that regard, so when you acquire these lands and you go through the vetting process, there is this stage, once all those vettings are done and then payments are made between you and your suppliers, then you have to, according to law, start submitting your documents.
Okay, wait, before you go further, because there's a whole lot of things to talk about, I swear. I don't have enough time.
Yeah.
The whole processing of documentation.
Yes.
You know, it might sound easy, you can just take the documents and in 2 days you process it. What is give us an example of the time period or time frame it will take to process a document, especially for a company and, the whole process. What does that look like in a normal day?
Well, basically, it takes time.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, because all those processing have to do with funds.
Right.
Yeah.
There are need for funds available, and there are requirements also being set by physical planning. At first, when you get the avocado, after purchasing from the supplier, you make sure that you go with physical plan to take the coordinates. And that being done, before that being done, you have to clear the land and do your demarcation processes, which take time. It takes a lot of time because it involves cost and capital to be able to do these things. Then from there, when all those criteria are met, then you can apply to physical planning to start processing your documents. So on that regard, we have previous videos explaining that you can have ownership without applying officially to physical planning. Like once I've bought the land, once the company bought the land and they get their alcalde, their ownership, that's the first authority. Once they get the authority, then they can proceed towards physical planning. But also physical planning has some policies that you have to also undergo, which we will come to the next phase.
Okay, so Jodian, as a woman investing in real estate, because I have to say, like, you are one of you just make yourself fit in the whole industry as a woman. Like, I don't know how you do it, but shout out to you. As a
thanks
woman,
for the support of a wonderful husband.
Okay. As a woman invested in real estate, what is that like? I think I need an entire video just with you telling me
Really
how,
though?
as a woman investing in real estate in Africa, especially, how has that been like for you? Like, running a company, investing in real estate yourself. What is that like?
It's not been easy. It has its challenges, but I can say I have great business partners that are working with me and they advise me, and stuff like that. So with my knowledge, my skills, I impart those information, that knowledge, that skill, and we see how best to work together. And it has been really a good experience for me, just going and learning the processes of how things are done. And for me, I'm very meticulous about certain things. So I do assist the office from time to time to set certain things in place, where processing is concerned. Sometimes, because you have to be patient with your staff and all of that, everything won't be just fat, as we are used to in the Western countries or the European countries. Most persons have that professionalism already, which, to be honest with you, when I compare some of the persons that we are being in contact with from the diaspora versus the locals here, I to be honest, I cannot even differentiate what professionalism is like, because you are expecting that, persons from the diaspora that you are dealing with will be even more understanding and more professional. However, you have to be struggling with them even more than the locals, with this business. You explain to them, all the processes that need to take place, and somehow it's like they're not comprehending it, and you're speaking English to them. Remember, the locals here, they speak Olof, they speak Mandinka, Jola, and these other languages. English is not their main language. And for me, I don't see how useful it is to be considered someone not intelligent or not professional because they cannot speak English. You understand? Because if you come to their country as a diaspora and who don't know Olof, don't know Mandinka, don't know these other countries, I am learning this language, and they have to learn it, and they cannot say it because they don't know it, they're not professional. That's it. What if the locals should say, you cannot speak my language,
So
you don't understand me, so you're not professional then. You understand?
Okay.
So those are some of the things that I see that I face as a investor here, an entrepreneur here, running a company here.
Okay. All right. You know what? This is actually good. I think we're going to have to do part 2 of this video as well. And I want to take the time to say shout out to Team Biamo's Dirt to Gold project, where it's giving investors like ourselves who are abroad a chance to invest in Africa, hassle-free, low-risk way to invest in Africa. If you want to learn more about that, visit www.biamogroup.com.
BIAMOGroup.com.
Yeah, make sure you get it right. So basically, there's a whole lot of challenge when it comes to doing real estate in Africa. From a company standpoint and from an individual standpoint. From a company standpoint, you have the financial issues. If you guys don't watch that video that we did the last time, that's explaining a certain details about getting loan from the bank and how you can possibly only get loan if you have lease land. This is why Brikama Dasalami is available for you at Team Biamo. Make sure you visit the website, right? And a lease land will help you to get access to loan from the banks easier than a freehold land.
Yes.
Talk a little bit more about that. Let me understand why that is. Like, what is that?
Yes,
Because we did have that video.
Yes.
Where at Daslam I did explain, make mention of lease lands, because what happened is in terms of documentation process, there are criteria, and in terms of security and safety of these lands, lease lands are lands that are actually there at the top level.
Yes.
So basically, they are safe. They can be acknowledged by the banks and also the government.
Right.
But what I also have to touch in terms of documentation, which we had to set light on, like Mrs. Smith said, it is very, very true that sometimes you have these challenges, especially from the diaspora.
Yes.
Wherein your own people understand you more than the diaspora, because they are here, they are living here, so they know the challenges happening here. So documentation process and the criteria, and even as a matter of fact, during the time in which you purchase these lands, according to law, it is the responsibility of the person who is selling their property, because they make a gain out of it. They need to pay these taxes.
Yes.
But locally, Gambians will tell you that own my thing, why will I give it to government?
Exactly.
So the company have to come on board to be paying these costs, and they are expensive.
They are very expensive.
And in terms of demarcation also, declared a 400 by 400
massive,
costs a lot of money.
Exactly.
And time also. So these are projects that companies go through. They are challenges, but that does not mean that you don't own the land. You own the land.
Exactly.
You own the land. And especially you have challenges like during rainy season. You cannot do work. You have to suspend
that's
activities going on the ground because it's not safe. Right?
The bulldozer is a very heavy equipment.
Exactly. So it can be stuck on the ground, and then you can have natural causes like lightning and also wild snakes.
Bro.
As a company, securing your staffs and that of your customers your main priority.
That's correct.
So you have to look at their safety, wherein you can stack the plans to meet them together. So when it comes to customers complaining regarding I have not get my access to my land, it takes time. And this have to do with human labor.
Yes.
So risks have to be involved.
Yeah, the risks are high.
We have to make sure that we mitigate the risks. The company's responsibility is to mitigate the risks involved, so that we can see all of us can benefit together.
That's
because the people that are working there are families, are people, they are our own people. So we have to secure them. So in that regard, it takes time. It takes time, but that does not mean that we will get there. Because BIAMO have significantly done a lot of improvement in terms of the real estate industry. We've seen people that purchase land, they've never seen their lands, and they came through BIAMO, and then we help them out, they get their land, get their document, and then they build. But it takes time.
Exactly.
And that's how it is. Systems need to be in place so that we can be able to make sure we fast track things. But don't you get used to the fat system wherein everything is botting. Here it takes time.
Exactly.
Africa is more of manual labor than automatic labor.
That is true.
You need a stamp, it has to take you a month too to get one document being stamped.
You remember the other day, when we sent in some documents to the and like a set of documents to the lawyer.
Yes.
One came back stamped and the others are still sitting down waiting. And you're thinking, okay, all of them will be stamped one time.
They can't, because time is of the essence. So people that buy these lands with us need to understand that their investments are secure. We have our own brothers who are living in lands that they've purchased through the company. In terms of also, when it comes to the security of the company, your investments are secure. To be quite honest, they are secure because we work day and night to provide and cater for you.
Exactly.
And we have a staff who is 100% ready to satisfy your needs and your wants. So on that regard, the challenges that we normally have, you also have challenges like you said. It is very difficult to relate information to diasporans that are outside there. We are here, we do the manual labor of the job to satisfy you. So at times it takes time and effort. And on that regard also, sometimes these miscommunications come in place. Just because of I have my land, I have not applied my physical planning yet to the government, that does not mean that I don't have ownership title.
Right.
I did make mention of it in the morning with the physical planner guy who came to the office. Or they will say like companies have not registered through them. So those customers wouldn't understand that.
Right.
Knowing that the company have documents that they belong, they have title that they own these lands, but at the end of the day, they have maybe perhaps have to pay some certain fees in order, like the game tax, which landowners will not pay. You have to gather that, you have to work, make your money up to gather those funds to be able to put.
You should say what is gain tax.
Gain tax is when gain
How
is
much?
like
How much?
gains.
No, how much percentage of the price?
15%.
And if it's agriculture, how much percentage?
You have to change it. You have to change it.
How much?
50%.
You have
That's
to
what
change
they
that.
told us.
So definitely it's difficult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have to incur these costs.
And to be honest with you, with phase 4, as Mr. Smith always said, we have really given away these lands to people for them to really benefit. So to be honest with you, if we were to charge that, what we're supposed to charge, changing land use and paying the gain tax and ensuring that all of these things are done fat, guys, the price will be different. You understand? So you have to be patient with the company. I mean, Pirang phase 4 is the only land in Pirang that is not yet properly cleared and demarcated. Pirang phase 4 is like probably 80% cleared.
But
you understand?
But you guys, but they need to. That's like, let me see. That's 30 acres of land. You know? How do you?
That's a huge land. It's one of the biggest projects we've done thus far.
Massive.
You know, and I do want customers to understand that BIAMO has their best interest at heart.
That's
all the lands that BIAMO has have already been cleared and demarcated, except for the newest ones, which is Dar Salami and what's the other one again? Berinde. And phase 4. Phase 4 is cleared partially, but it's yet to be demarcated. And as Mr. Bonjal mentioned about, like, you know, the whole experience with rainy season, you know, all the challenges that you can face, we have to be careful. You know, people have their families. So these are things that we have to plan for.
So let me get to the point of the title of the video. Like, we're talking about some of the things that diasporans are, people overall don't know when it comes to buying lands. And I really love how you guys touch on documentation and, you know, some of the things are the risk that we as investors face in order to ensure that normal people get access to lands that is actually theirs, right? What are some of the other challenges that you see? Because, for example, right now, BIAMO is a young company that is coming up, run by young people, because all of us are young. Either staffs are young, all of us are young people trying to make a difference in Africa. But still, you may have 1 and 2 people that they want to destroy. And their action is basically, let me play a game with you to see if I can find any dirt in order to destroy. How do you guys personally deal with these personal attacks from people while managing to still be good at your job? Or I cannot find the words right now. How do you work through that?
It all has to do with professionalism and also for me as a Gambian, what I think, especially these attacks that are coming are external. So we know that these things will come because every successful business must go through challenges.
That's also true.
So threats come, but you know how. And then also what I need to also explain for those people that are coming.
Please do.
Is BIAMO Group is a limited liability company. Directors are there in place, but the company have its own lawyer. It can sue and can be sued. So, however, if you have like a grievance, taking the brand content, the brand itself, and attacking the brand as character assassination, it is subjected to lawsuit. I mean, we've been receiving those things, but what I can say is we just know how to deal with our situation and we move forward because we are here to stay and we are here to serve the interest of those that are interested.
Exactly.
You understand? We are here to cater for the needs of those that are interested.
Okay.
So you will receive talks. That's normal. It's normal to receive talks. You help us grow.
That's right.
You understand? You are helping us grow because we are here to help you. So if our business is your business, then let's do business. So people are going to criticize whatever you do.
That's
so people are going to come on hard on you on everything that you're going to do. I did say that I did phrase that phrase one time when I said, when you want to go forward and people throw stones on you, you don't have to look back and pick the stones. Pick them and build your castle. Pick those stones and build your castle. So you're making us better. When you say that we like this, we work on it. We work on it. When you say that this is happening, we work on it. We don't attack you.
No.
We work. We do our job. That's what we know. If you have better ideas, or you have something else to offer,
Yeah.
BIAMO Group is highly open for
You know what, Mr. Bojan, I really wish that people would have done that.
Yeah.
To see us as young people trying to
Yes.
do the right thing, trying to
Yes.
help people, come to us,
Yeah.
you know, in private, discuss with us and
Yeah.
see, okay, how can we work with you
Together.
to
That's
make
what
sure
I'm
that
saying.
those people are secure instead of going behind and doing shady, snaky stuff.
That's right.
You see me? We're honorable people. We don't play games with people.
No, we don't have
time nor
time for
money. We
that.
don't have no time for that.
Yeah.
So we're just speaking
So
right
you want
now
to hear from my point
from
of
the
view?
perspective of an investor. Queen Jodi, how do you deal with it? What
Alright.
tell me, how do you
All right,
manage
for
these
me,
things?
for me, you know, you as a human being, things might get to you sometimes. But when you take your personal time to work that out, and then you come back, you face the whistle, as they would say. You know how to do your thing. For
Yeah.
me, I am not too concerned with what people are
No.
saying out there, especially knowing that we have done exceptional job
Yeah.
of doing our groundwork, setting certain things in place to protect our company, protect our clients. I don't have no worry. I can go to my bed and sleep well at night, knowing that I am not destroying anybody. I'm not
Yes.
taking anything away from anybody. So, and all the more, the story about the guy the donkey that they put down
Yeah.
into the hole,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
instead of that donkey
Yeah.
sit down and say, these people are throwing dirt on me, he just shake the dirt off and
Yes.
let it bring him back
Back
up.
up, yeah.
So he was able to escape.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
You know what? We're going to have to do part 2 to this video.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask everybody who is watching or who has watched this part of the video
Mhm.
to please comment part 2 and we will do part 2.
That's right.
Also, there's one thing that I want to also highlight here
Yeah.
is that since the inception of BIAMO Group, there has been never a client that will come and say, I've been scammed.
No.
Never. So it means we guys are doing a good job.
Mhm.
We're doing a good job. We are here to cater for the needs and wants of everybody. And BIAMO Group is a company for everybody. So in respect of who you are highly welcome to BIAMO.
That's
Talks, people are gonna talk. We have part 2, part 3. That's not a problem. People will talk. People will talk. It helps you grow
Yeah.
because you cannot succeed without criticism.
No.
So criticism is welcome, but do it in a professional way.
That's
That's
correct.
right.
Because when you attack one person and which you don't have the right to, you can be sued.
That is correct.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
brand assassination, companies don't take it light.
No.
Throughout the
definitely
world.
not. Nope.
If you have this grievance over a company's way of operation, you have to take it to the authorities, which is the law. Because we are governed by law. We are operating, the business have its own law.
Exactly.
I mean, like, it's not professional for you to just go there, take your camera, put a video, and then start assassinating that brand.
That's
The same thing can happen to you.
That's
We
true.
can file lawsuits, and
Yeah.
we can dig you wherever you are.
But
But we don't do that. We act professionally
Right.
in dealing with things.
ultimately, what I would want to see is, more people to just support
Yes.
the positive movement, support good things, support positive things.
Yeah.
And we want to say thank you to every single one of everybody out there
Yes.
who took the time to purchase from BIAMO. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are helping us to make a difference in the Gambia.
Yes.
And as I said, please remember to check out Dirt to Gold at www.biamogroup.com.
Yeah.
If you want to invest in the Gambia in lands, it's definitely a lucrative venture. So don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it, guys. So until the next video, because we have to wrap this one right now from the studio of BIAMO here.
Yeah.
So, any last word? Any last word for them?
I just want to say, guys, just keep supporting. If you cannot purchase a land, fine. Recommend someone.
Yes.
You're liable to make a passive
Commission.
income from that.
Exactly.
Just call the office. The office will be here to assist you in however way. If you want to buy land, you want to recommend somebody, you want to invest, you can go ahead and do so. We have set the groundwork for it to be safe and hassle-free for you. Just,
Good job.
welcome.
Yeah, for me, what I would say is the company is here to stay.
Exactly.
We are here to stay. We are not running anywhere.
Mhm.
So we did the groundwork, the hustle, the struggle, and then we make sure that your investments are safe. Anybody that purchases a land in BIAMO Group, investment is safe.
Correct.
So that is 100%.
All right.
Yeah, 100%.
So guys, you heard it from us as young real estate entrepreneurs in the Gambia. We are not playing games. We don't have time for the foolishness. If you're serious about investing in lands in Gambia, Biamo Group Limited is the company that we are recommending because we created it just for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So until the next video, how is Ellie Jodi?
Accept knowledge. Raise their frequency. Protect your roots.
You guys still need to work on that there, I swear.